Well, hello everybody in travel land. It is me, Tom. I know lighting sucks, but it is what it is. I'm in my van and I'm trying to upload a video. Holy shit. I'm having such issues with my videos and I just don't get it. Like if I do a live on Facebook and or YouTube, I have to do it vertical. And normally, because I figure if I do a live, it'll automatically upload quicker. No, because apparently my last two videos are not uploading. I don't understand why, because I should have enough. I mean, I have unlimited data, so I don't understand why it's not working. I'm at Cracker Barrel. Did you hear that? It's right, this one is directly next to the highway, and maybe I'll see if the other side's better to park. But then again, the highway's over there too. Cracker Barrels are always in the oddest locations. They're like always hidden at the back end of the street, a dead end street, cul-de-sac type of thing. Normally they're around the hotel. The Comfort Inn is in front of me. And this one has a gas station and a Waffle House next to it. Different. The one I slept in, what the hell? Not last night, the night before. Where was I at? On my way to Miami, between Fort Lauderdale and Miami, I slept at Cracker Barrel, and it was again down the dead end street and next to a hotel. It was pretty peaceful. I'm not going to complain. I like Cracker Barrels because they are quiet, even though they're mostly at the highway sections. Like quarter of a mile down the way is where I had to turn to drive into this one to get down to the dead end street where it is. To give you an example, and the highway is like all around it from the opposite direction. So anyway, yeah, where was I going with that? Oh, so my videos. So yeah, so I try to upload a live video and it doesn't work. I tried to record a video and upload it and it didn't work. And I'm like, what? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to try it again now to see if this one will upload. Maybe it was just the area that I was in. Because, you know, cell towers have issues sometimes, and maybe that's the reason why I couldn't upload my YouTube video, my direct video to YouTube. And that's when I tried to do the live video and couldn't do it. And again, like on live on Facebook and on YouTube, I had to do it vertical for it to work. And it doesn't give you the full view as a horizontal like this does. And I just don't get it. I'm going to have to research more when I go home, because a lot of YouTubers are doing live recordings horizontally and it stays there. Like when they're done, it's there and you can rewind and watch it. And apparently my last two videos are not uploading. So I don't know if they're there or they're not, because I'm trying to check it on my phone and I'm like, but that's my account, so of course I'm gonna see it, but is anybody else seeing it? Like, I don't know. It's driving me crazy, because I really thought it would be a little bit more simpler than that. But anyway, recap of, oh God, it's hot in here. It's been like 85 or so since I got down to Florida. Well, actually, since I got to South Carolina, it's really been. All right, let me turn that down. So it's been like around 85 and it's humid, bearable, but humid, and like sleeping at night, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, but I'm not overly uncomfortable. Like I can't use the sheet, mind you. I'm sleeping half naked because I am just so damn hot. I got the sunroof. Thank God I got that sunroof. It really does let a lot of the heat out of the van. And I have both back windows rolled down and I have vents for both of them. but they really don't do anything for air. Where the sunroof being opened up, that's more ventilation than the two side vents. So I haven't even put the side vents in because I figured, what's the use? It's fine. I didn't take into consideration, you know, Florida has spare the moment rain. You know, it could last for a couple minutes or so. But I've been lucky so far, and it hasn't rained in the van. Oh, God forbid if it ever does, but it's water, it'll dry, right? And I'm hoping if it does rain, like, it'll wake me up so I can close that damn thing. Otherwise, I have no idea. You know, if it's spritzing, if it's a light rain, I'm not gonna wake up to it. And then the whole front end of the car is gonna be wet. But it is what it is. I'll sacrifice because of this heat. So anyway, I left South Carolina and I skipped Georgia for now, Savannah, Georgia. I'm doing that on the way home. I don't know what video you got to see, if any. What the hell is that noise? Anyway, I'm going to do Savannah, Georgia on the way home because I'm going to do the hop on, hop off bus tour. And I figure that's the easiest thing because this whole trip is like spur of the moment and I have not planned anything. So yeah, I'm just going with the flow, really. I went straight into Fort Lauderdale Friday? Wait a minute. Yesterday, Saturday, yeah, Friday. I went right into Fort Lauderdale, and it was both Fort Lauderdale and Key West. I've been there before and mostly did a lot of footwork. You know, I walked everywhere, so when I drove there, I kind of knew where I was, which is a good thing. But in Fort Lauderdale, it brought back a lot of emotional memories because that's kind of the first place I went when Brandon and I kind of went through the separation, even though that only lasted more or less just 4 weeks before he was back with me. But that's another story because I was with him to the day he died. And I'm grateful for that, I actually am. So anyway, what was I going? Oh. So I went into a bar that I frequented when I was there because I was in Fort Lauderdale twice. And I went there to drink because, oh my God, I had so much fun. I love Fort Lauderdale. And I went into the bar just to see it. And I had an urge to get a beer. And I was like, oh no. And then the emotions were getting to me, you know, the memories were coming back. So I was like, all right, it's time to go. Just leave. So I didn't stay in Fort Lauderdale long. I did walk around. I did some things here and there. And then I just went straight and found where did I sleep? I slept at a Cracker Barrel. That's right. That's where I slept again. And when I woke up, I went right into Key West yesterday morning. I got into Key West around 1 o'clock. And again, when I went there for 7 days in 2018, it was awesome. It was great. It was right after, trying to think. I had quit drinking then, so I didn't drink in there. So better memories. But I knew the streets because I walked the whole island. I didn't have a car, but I literally walked the whole island from Duval Street, if you know Duval Street, because that's where the tourist area is, to the buoy. I walked all the way to the airport, around the airport, and back the other end. I mean, I was all over the island the 7 days that I was there because I love to walk and I like to sightsee. And so driving there like brought back a lot of memories. Like, yeah, I remember that. I know where I am. And so, but the thing that gets me is Key West water, the ocean is cold. Now, I went there in 2018 in August and it was cold. And again, I went now and it's cold water. It's just like going to New Jersey's ocean. It's cold water. Where every time, 3 times now that I've been to Fort Lauderdale, the water is like bath water warm. The last 2 times I was in Tampa, Largo, Florida, that's where Lisa lives, it was bath water, you know, ocean temperatures. So I'm going back where it's warm. I did Duval Street. I walked around. I really wasn't hungry, so I didn't go eat anything. I wanted prime rib, but I was not paying. It was like, I don't know, $56 or whatever. And I was like, I'm not paying that. And like, not after getting a tattoo. Oh, did I mention that? So I got this tattoo. It says Love Fran. That's how Fran signed all his cards that he gave out. You know, his Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Valentine's Day, Love Fran, right? So I had that, his signature put on my shoulder. I've been wanting to do it since he passed away, but I've been chickened out because I was like, you know, I can't take pain. I can't do this. And last night I decided I'm going to do it. And ironically, I went into the one tattoo place that I found, and they were like, long story short, they were going to put a $50 hold on my credit card or debit card, because it would be my debit card. And if I didn't show up, I would lose $50. And if I did come and decide I wasn't going to do it, I would lose $50. I was like, what? On top of it, they couldn't give me a base price of how much that little piece right there would cost me. And I knew it wouldn't be cheap, but I didn't expect to pay what I did. I honestly didn't. I'll get to that in a minute. So I was like, wait a minute, so you can't even give me a price? And he says, well, no, that's up to the tattoo artist to decide to negotiate the price. And I said, well, I can't do that, right? Because it was 2:30 in the afternoon, I think it was, when I found the tattoo place, and they set my appointment for 9 o'clock that night to come back with that $50 deposit that I would lose either way if I didn't get the tattoo. And I said, no, that's too risky, because you can get over on me like that. So I walked away, and I was down the street, and I really wanted another one. So I found another tattoo place on Google, and I went to that one, which ironically was kind of right across the street, and I didn't even know it. And I went in, and they gave me a price right off the top of their heads. They're like, well, our base price is $100. I thought, $100, all right. So, I mean, at least they were honest and upfront. The other place wouldn't even give me a base price. You know, they were just wanting my $50. So I said, okay. And she says, you could have it done now if you want. And I was like, really? You know, like, I hemmed around about it because, you know, do I want to do this? Yes, I do want to do it. I wanted to do it in 2018. Fran died in 2017. I wanted to do it in 2018 when I was in Key West, but I chickened out and I couldn't do it. So this time I was there, I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So I said, okay, how much is it? So she went to the tattoo artist, and he came back and he said, he'll do it for $200. I thought to myself, I'm like, $200 for that little thing? But then I was like, okay, I'm in a touristy town. I want it done, spare the moment. They have to copy the picture in order to get the exact signature to etch into my arm, right? So yeah, they're going out of their way kind of to do this. So I said to her, I said, is that going to be it? That's the final price? What about tax? She said, no, there's no tax on tattoos, so it's straight $200. I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. How long will it be done? She said, well, he'll have it done less than 10 minutes. And I said, 10 minutes? I'm paying $200 less than 10 minutes? So I thought to myself, well, he's an artist, so he's going to be quick and spare the moment. So I said, all right, I'll do it. So as she goes to cash me out, she says, you could add the tip on now, or you could pay later. And I'm like, to myself, I'm like, tip? What? And I'm looking at the machine thingy, and it's saying 20% was 41 something, 41.97 I think it was. And I'm like, $42 tip? That's 20%? And I'm like, so now I'm going to feel cheap if I go 10% or a lower, lesser amount. So I'm like, fuck it. It's an experience. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm getting it done finally. So it came to $247. I was like, holy shit, $247. But again, it's an experience. I think I got ripped off. I kind of don't, because it's a touristy town. So I'm not going to bitch about it. I'm not bitching about it because they did a great job. It was quick. I'm not going to say it was painless. It hurt. It felt like it was a vibrating needle, because obviously that's what it is, but it literally felt like a vibration, and then it felt like a needle was just scratching over my arm, and it hurt at times. I was like, oh, oh, right? But I couldn't move my arm because I would mess it up. So, but I was actually able to keep my arm still for it to be done. So I think one and done, that's the philosophy, one and done. I did it. I got it done. I was thinking about putting a scroll underneath of it or something, kind of dress it up a little bit, but I'm like, one and done. Maybe that'll ever happen one of these days, but I don't know. It's what I wanted. I got it done. So anyway, I got that, and I was like, well, I did everything else, like I'm not hungry, so I really don't want to go eat anything. So I got this at this cookies place. They only sell cookies, like, I guess they're like 9 inches around. This thick peanut butter cookie with fresh peanut butter topping on it, and then fudge, chocolate fudge, real chocolate fudge on top of the peanut butter. Oh my God, was that so damn good. It was 12 bucks. I think it was like 12 bucks. Yeah, 12 bucks with tax. So good. So good. So I got that. And do I have the car on? Yes, I do. Turn it off. So I did that. I bought that, and by the time I turned around, I went to go find parking, and I was like 2 blocks from the buoy, the southernmost point, and I was right on the corner. I had a perfect spot, but I was next to a bar restaurant, and the music was loud, and I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, like at 10 o'clock, I'm like, no, that's not going to stop till 2 a.m. And I'm like, oh no. So I had to drive around, and I parked on a side street next to a house, and I had houses in front of me and a house with a fence on the side of me. So that's where I parked, next to the fence. And that's where I was last night. And then this morning I woke up and there's no Planet Fitness in Key West. So I was like, oh, that's not good. I need to get a shower. And then I was like, well, I bought baby wipes, right? I can wipe myself up with baby wipes, and I'm like, I could do that. That's a thing. But I'm like, let me go back to the ocean. I'll drive to the ocean, and maybe I can like just take a washcloth, and not the tattoo, mind you, but the rest of my body, just like rinse off. But when I got there, the water was very choppy, and of course it was cold. And by the restrooms, I realized there's showers there. There was 2 outside shower heads thingies, and they worked. So I was actually able to hose myself down with the shower outside, and then I was actually able to dry because I had my towel. And then I got back to the van, used my deodorant, I'm good to go. So I was like, all right, well, I still need a real shower with soap, but I was actually able to clean myself off that way. And so I decided, what else am I going to do? I'm not a beach person. I don't lay at the beach. I wanted to go in the water. That's what I wanted to do. I can't do it because it's cold. I already did Duval Street. I already walked the streets. I already saw what I went there to see. I already did what I wanted to do. And I'm like, well, then there's no sense in staying. So, this morning I left and drove on. And right now I'm in Port Charlotte. And somewhere in Port Charlotte, I stopped. You hear that? I've stayed in a lot of Cracker Barrels, and so far I've heard more noise from this highway than I've heard at any Cracker Barrel I've ever stayed at. I hope it calms down, because that's ridiculous. But anyway, so I stopped to see an old friend, which was a very good visit. Well overdue visit. So I'm glad about that. And my cousin lives in Port Charles. I may see her, I may not. But I plan on just staying here tonight, and I'm going to Lisa's tomorrow. Ooh, I gotta text her. Doesn't matter. I could show up at her door. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to Lisa's, and I plan on spending a few days there. And then when I leave Tampa, I'm hopefully going to meet up with another school friend. Oh, I met up with a school friend coming here, Susan, in oh God, we're almost near West Palm Beach. I can't remember the town I was in. But anyway, I saw her before I went to Key West. Then I just saw Paula. I may or may not see my cousin tonight. And then I'm seeing Lisa and her husband tomorrow. And when I finally leave Tampa, because she lives in Largo, when I leave Tampa, hopefully I'll meet up with another childhood friend in Jacksonville. And then I'm going to go to Savannah, Georgia. And I'm going to do the hop on, hop off bus tour. That's my goal plan at this point. I don't know when I'm getting there, but I'm going to get there. I know this video is long, but I'm sitting in the parking lot and I'm like, oh my God, if this doesn't load, I don't care. I just don't care if it loads or not at this point. I'll just do a recap when I get home with good internet, but I'm going to attempt to post this one and see what happens because, like I said, I don't know if the other 3 went through. And I figured if I do them and make them short and quick and simple, they would upload better. And I don't think they uploaded at all. That's why I'm doing this one. So that's it for me for now. Again, if you're not subscribed to my Facebook page, it's the same name as this channel. I'm so tired for the life of me right now. I can't even think of it. So, but anyway, look at the title and van camping travel adventures. Is that vehicle camping travel adventures? I think that's what I changed it to. Anyway, it's the same name on Facebook. You can follow me there. Everything that I've done to my vans, this is my second van, same type of van, Kia Sedona, newer model, but it's basically, it's set up the same way, just decorated a little differently. Everything I bought for the van is on my Facebook page. With that being said, I hope everybody has a great travel experience wherever you may go, and stay well, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.